Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, wherever we may be finding you today. I want to welcome you to our first annual spring virtual convention, so Midwest Game Fest online. I am Stephanie Hurd. I am the Guild Master of the Role Players Guild of Kansas City. We host Midwest Game Fest every year. We have been in person in many years in the past. The last couple of years, of course, have been a little bit different. And we are now taking advantage of all of the new technology that's out there to host a second convention. Virtually in the spring every year. We are going to continue with the in-person convention in the fall. But I want to welcome you today. This virtual convention, of course, allows us to reach those folks who are outside of the Midwest. If you're not located in Kansas City, this allows you to attend all of our events, make new friends, and see new things. We are also, of course, going to be announcing information about the fall event once we have it available later this spring. But for this weekend, I really want to focus on just having fun and making sure that everybody is having the best time that they can. We have a lot of great exhibitors and sponsors. We have dozens of events, we have some performers, and of course I want to also thank all of our volunteers and partners for helping us get this up off the ground. Every convention is always a monumental task, and we have really pulled it out of the park here. So I'm going to hand it off to Brad Kelly, our convention director, again this year, and he's going to tell us about our sponsors and exhibitors. Take it away, Brad.
Thanks, Stephanie. So we've got some great sponsors lined up this year, folks who really stepped up to help make the convention possible and to make everyone know about their services. And our first up is, and this is really just phenomenal, Tabletopia is our platinum sponsor this year. They have given all attendees a weekend pass to Tabletopia, so you can play on Tabletopia all weekend. These guys are essentially our game library for the weekend at no cost to attendees. How do you do that? Well, you're going to get an email if you have an attendee badge, and it's going to have your code to get into Tabletopia. I'll be looking for that shortly after the opening ceremonies are open. And then we'll also be sending that out each day throughout the con in case people only have certain day badges. So Tabletopia, it's a great online resource, fabulous. We have also an exclusive stream sponsor in Crypt Monkey Studios. They are going to be doing a painting workshop on Saturday afternoon, and they are the exclusive sponsor of that stream. A great friend of the convention, wonderful folks, great stuff at their store. Check them out. We also have a ton of stream sponsors this year. These are folks who are sponsoring streams as a pool. So we have Assam Teas. This is Eric and Jonica Carl. They have a fantastic tea shop that they operate. We also have Coventry Decor. This is Aradia Willard. She sells really cool geek-centric barware, so glasses, etched glasses, and stickers, things like that. Dice Don't Die is a stream sponsor this year. So that is a Pathfinder 2E focused podcast, co-hosted by our own Beth Perrin and a number of other folks. Do not miss their show. And Beth, when is that show today? That's today, I think, right?
Today at 2 o'clock.
Today at 2 o'clock. All right, fantastic.
Come make Pathfinder 2 characters with us.
All right, very good. We also have Dice Geeks. These guys make all types of game resources, random tables, maps, adventure worlds, lots of good stuff. Check them out. We also have D&D Elise. So she is an author focusing on D&D products, some great stuff. You want to check out Through the Veil, a series of her stuff, Through the Veil. This year that she's releasing is through the... I'm going to read it wrong. Treasures of the... So there's a couple of the Feywild, right? This one is Treasures of the Feywild. You want to check that out. She is giving away a couple of her hard copy products in our raffle. Definitely check that out. Dorky Dino, a wonderful friend of the convention. She is also running our art show and auction again this year. We had a wonderful turnout last time at the online auction, and this time around we're putting the band back together and trying it again. We'll see how it goes. Lots of fun last time for this one. Dragon Claw Chainmail. Dave Clark makes amazing pieces of art with chain links. You got to see it to believe it. Check it out. Can'tCon, the fabulous Kansas City summertime convention and great friend of Midwest Game Fest, coming up in July. Check out their website, and we hope to see you there. Level 1 Game Shop. These guys are down in the city market. It's a fantastic game store. They carry board games, role-playing games, miniatures, the whole gamut, and a whole bunch of things you don't find other places, right? Some really cool nerd-centric items. I picked up a really cool journal the other day that was leather-bound with a TARDIS on the front of it, and you just don't see that kind of thing out at normal stores, right? Meeple-a-thon, also a sponsor this year. So these guys, they're raising money for a homeless youth in Platte County. They have a big event every fall where they get together. They have a huge auction. They take donations of cash to get in a raffle in the auction and raise money. It's really a one-of-a-kind event, and it's pretty amazing. Parlor LLC. Jake is a great fan of the convention. You need to check out his stuff at parlorgaming.com. They make Retroscape and Tephra, the steampunk role-playing game. Another great friend of the convention is TsunamiCon, another sponsor this year. So Eric Carl from Wichita is a longtime supporter of the convention, and likewise on our end, we love TsunamiCon. And then last but certainly not least, Verge Games. So Josiah Martindale and company make one-off games for you to pick up and run. They have fabulous production quality, very well written, beautiful stuff. Definitely check them out at Verge Games. So those are our sponsors, and some of these folks are also here in person exhibiting. So because there's not a whole lot of foot traffic during these types of events, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? So a lot of folks opted to sponsor and be engaged and have channels where they can interact with fans and customers, and some people decided to actually be here and almost the entirety of the con. So I want to mention specifically a handful of these. Study Duel. This is an app made by a high school student to help people study. He's basically gamified studying. So really interesting. I was taking a look at it. You want to check them out, talk with him. He has a demo or two, I think, on the schedule. And then another company, Transcendent. These guys have a game. He's going to be demoing this throughout the con. I think the system that they're demoing it on is shucks. what's the Tabletop Simulator? That's what it's called. So you'll want to check that out. If you don't have Tabletop Simulator, you're missing out. So definitely look into that. So that's kind of the highlights from the sponsors and the exhibitors. And additional to that, we also have Dorky Dino, Parlor, D&D Lease, and Coventry Decor are also exhibiting. We're going to hand this off to Stephanie to talk about our streaming schedule. Steph?
All right, thank you so much, Brad. Yes, so we actually have events that are being posted on 2 different Twitch channels this weekend. We are going to be using, of course, the channel you're viewing right now, Midwest Game Fest. That's all lowercase, no spaces, no punctuation. We're also going to be using our backup channel, which is the RPGKC channel. So you can just search for those, and please, like, follow, subscribe if you feel like it, to catch up with all of the streams that we are doing this weekend, as well as any future streams that we are doing. So we have several streams. We have a packed schedule for you this weekend. We have interviews with many of our special guests, as well as 2 different panel discussions, one on gaming podcasts, and the other on writing and running your own adventures. We have several miniature painting sessions, a couple using Hero Forge, and then a couple live painting sessions where you can work with our wonderful artist, Andy Dykman, who is great at explaining, how to get the best out of your miniature painting. We also, of course, have Beth Perrin and the Dice Don't Die team. We're going to be walking us through creating Pathfinder 2 characters, and I hear we're going to have a barroom brawl at the end of it. So that'll be really fun to sit in on. We're going to have some special guest games, including the Alien RPG, the Pulp Cthulhu game. We are going to have a special first taste of Shadowrun 6th Edition, as well as just some great D&D games, as well as D&D Adventures League games throughout the weekend, and some other special streams by some of our stream sponsors. So there's a lot to look forward to. I hope you just kind of keep us on in the background the entire weekend. So now I'm going to pass it off to Wade Tripp, who's going to be our Discord coordinator for this weekend, and he's going to tell us a little bit about our Discord venue and tech support. So take it away, Wade.
Hi there, want to welcome everyone to Discord and Midwest Game Fest. If you need any help, we will try and assist. Look for the people who is listed as help or do the @help, and we will try and get to you. We'll also try and have people in the tech support help channel, voice channel, so if you need any assistance, just drop on by and we will try and help within reason. Please note, we cannot hack the dice bot to assist you with your rolls. Just ask for Wade Tripp or anyone else there. Robert and Greg are going to be some of the people who are in there a lot of the time. And now, Brad, I believe you've got some great guests lined up.
We can't hack the dice bot, or can we? So, yeah. So
You're
we have.
You're the Shadowrun. Isn't that what you're supposed to be experts at?
We have entire teams of people who hack the dice bots. But we can't talk about that on air. So we do have a lot of really, really amazing guests this time around. So first up, I want to talk about Jeff Krakenberg. Jeff is a comedian, definitely a nerd. He's got a couple of shows this weekend. You're going to check the schedule. I think that's Friday night and Saturday night. But you want to check our streaming schedule for details on that. Jeff is very talented, has a blog. You're going to have a good time. Do not miss it. We also have the incredible and incomparable John Hook, running lots of games, many of which are streamed on our streaming schedule. John is known as an author for Call of Cthulhu, Adventures, and some other genres as well. But he definitely focuses on the horror genre and perhaps suspense as a subgenre. He's the host of the Modern Mythos podcast, co-host of Modern Mythos with Seth Skorkowski. A great show. Honestly, if you haven't tuned into that, you're missing out. We also have Jeff Stevens. Jeff is a D&D author, also a podcaster. Going to be doing some streams with us this weekend, several, and he's also participating in our podcaster and authors pieces we're doing on streaming, I think on Saturday. So Jeff, another great friend of the convention. We have Aaron Dykstra, who is the Shadowrun missions developer. Aaron is the guy who's responsible for corralling the authors for the organized play campaign for Shadowrun. He's running games this weekend. He also has an interview that we're doing with him. I think that is Friday night, but you definitely want to check the schedule for that sort of thing. And Aaron's a great friend, a good guy. Longtime guild member and former president and founder, Sterling Hershey. There can go on about Sterling for hours probably. Is also going to be here running games and participating in an interview. I think he's on a panel. I'm not sure. You want to check the schedule for that. Our guest page for all these guys has direct links to their events and times and so forth. So you want to check that out. We also have Adam Collins. So this is the first time Adam has participated in the con here. Adam is a podcaster of the Eat Lunch and Board Game stream. So this is an interview program where he gets together with industry folks and they talk about the games that they like and the practice of playing games over lunch at work, basically. It's a really cool listen, and he finds folks to talk to from all walks of the industry, right? So it's really a fascinating listen. He's going to be on our podcaster stream this Saturday afternoon. Speaking of podcasters, it's kind of a theme, I guess, on this year's set. We have podcaster after podcaster, and our own Beth Perrin has she's a co-host on the Dice Don't Die podcast. So she and her compatriots from that Pathfinder 2.2nd edition podcast are going to be here. They're going to show you how to make characters, like she just mentioned. But Beth is also going to be here hosting a number of our other events. So you can think of Beth in many ways as the face of a lot of these streams this year. We have a number of guests that we cannot operate without. We have guest of honor Eric Carl, a fantastic friend of the con, and as I mentioned earlier, he had something come up and may not be here, but he may, so we'll see. We have Michael Katz, who's the D&D Adventurers League Coordinator, Wally Waldner, the Pathfinder and Starfinder Society Coordinator, Caitlin Mills from Heroes of Rokugan. You may see these folks, you will undoubtedly see these folks hither and thither in the halls of the Discord channels, and thank them for what they do and show some appreciation. I think we're going to talk about events with Beth. Let's talk about some of the fun events and what's going to happen.
Thanks, Brad. So, just a couple, of course we have a bunch of events going on, but we want to highlight some of the special events specifically. So first, and of course foremost, we have the charity raffle. So we are benefiting harvesters this year. If you're a longtime attendee, you know that that's kind of our go-to charity. We absolutely love them. Ticket sales are online until 6 p.m. on Saturday, and then that will be streamed on Twitch, so you can find out if you won. Next, we have the art show. Now, the art show, we've had a couple of different times now when we were in person and now in this online space. Definitely check out all of the details online, but I'm really, really excited. There is going to be a contest this year, so the contest is going to be on Saturday, and there are going to be over $100 in cash prizes for the winners, so really awesome. The deadline for that is Friday, so just be aware if you're submitting something to the art show. For judges, we of course are having Brandy Miller from Dorky Dino. She's been the organizer of that, just absolutely lovely. We have Adria Willard.
Aradia Willard
from Coventry Decor, and Andy Dickerman who does all of our... I'm terrible at names. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, who does all of our painting streams and stuff. So obviously, they're going to be really, really great judges and be able to give some really great feedback. The categories for this year are children, teens, adult hobbyist, and then adult professional.
We're hearing a little bleed over, so if anyone has an open mic, we're going to want to mute.
We also have a silent auction going on for much of this artwork. The silent auction is going to end on Sunday. So just, again, be aware that all of these details are on our website. So if you're interested in auctioning off your artwork, the deadline for entry is Saturday at 10 a.m. So pretty early on Saturday. And then the actual end of the silent auction will be 1 p.m. on Sunday. So really great event for artists this year. Just absolutely wonderful. As previously mentioned, we have quite a few painting events with Andy. We are doing like the color and composition in Hero Forge. So if you haven't been keeping up with the Hero Forge updates and stuff that they've been doing, it's kind of insane to go through all of it. And she really breaks down all of the features within Hero Forge. It's a really great stream. We did it last year too, and there's even more stuff to present this year. So please check Andy out. She's fantastic. But then, of course, that's the digital aspect. She's going to be doing actually live paints on Twitch as well. So it's going to be kind of a neat setup where she has like 2 cameras, one on her face and then one on what she's painting. Always so much fun. Please go check out that. Next we have the Cosplay Competition, sponsored by Lotharian Cosplay.
Lothlorien
Cosplay.
Like Galadriel and Lothlorien.
I don't know English. Anyway, that's our own Heather Anderson, who has just been fantastic. I'm gonna keep moving on with my mispronunciations. But again, the cosplay competition has over $100 in cash prizes. Please check out our Facebook page for more details on that. It's gonna be really fun. I can't wait for y'all to see it. In terms of sort of our general events, we have so many things going on. In terms of board games, like we mentioned, our platinum sponsor this year is Tabletopia. So most of our board games are going to be handled through that. So please, a whole free week for con attendees, well worth the time and money. Then we have role-playing games, so many. D&D Adventures League, Pathfinder Society, Heroes of Rokugan, Shadowrun, Call of Cthulhu, and so many indie games, from Savage Worlds, Tales from the Loop, which, if you have not played Tales from the Loop yet, so good. Very, very fun stuff. Sign-ups go on through Sunday afternoon, so next 4 days, sign up for all the events, let me tell you. So that's kind of an overview of our special events and general events that we have going on. Next, we're going to be talking about our social media throughout the weekend. Rob Kraft is our social media coordinator. Wow, I cannot talk.
It's all good.
Coordinator.
Let's try again. Rob, why don't you take it over, and hopefully you have mastered the English language.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you, Beth. Thanks for giving us a summary of everything that's going on. I just wanted to remind everybody that our Discord server, which is Midwest Game Fest, is kind of the hub and central area of all of our communications and activity for this 4-day weekend. In there, we have channels dedicated to our sponsors and exhibitors, and a lot of them will be running contests and promotions, so you might want to take a look at them, especially when they're text highlights, when it shows there's a message available. You might want to go see what it is. Maybe there's a promotion going on and you can win a great prize or a discount. Also, if you want to keep track of announcements that we're making throughout the weekend, perhaps due to bad weather, of course that shouldn't affect us much, but if there is some technical outage, you can follow us, our other channels in our Discord server, as well as our Facebook page, Midwest Game Fest, and as well as on Twitter at Midwest Game Fest. Back to you, Stephanie.
All right, thank you, Rob, and thank you, everybody on the call today. We would not have been able to get this convention up off the ground without all of your hard work and the hard work of, just a whole bunch of people who are working behind the scenes to make sure that everything went off without a hitch. I am so proud of all of you and what we're doing. I am so excited for this weekend. I cannot wait to get in there and see the streams and the games and the events that are happening, and I hope that all of you have a wonderful, exciting, busy weekend. I do want to put one last reminder out there for our folks who may be outside of the United States or outside of the Kansas City area. We are going to be handling daylight savings time, which can kind of throw a little bit of a wrinkle in the schedule.
Sunday only.
Sunday at 2 a.m. we are going to spring forward And so it will suddenly be 3 a.m. For our stream schedules and stuff like that. I believe that if you are looking at events and stuff on our website, it should have all of the times as of the new time zone, essentially, that will be in starting at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. So hopefully that doesn't throw people off too much. Just kind of keep an extra special eyeball on Sunday as to when things start, so that you don't miss out on anything. We still have a lot of great events on Sunday, even though it is our last day. And of course, join us for our closing ceremonies, so we can thank you all again, make sure you had a great time, and also have a little bit of an after party. So I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. I know I'm going to have a great weekend, and as I like to say, game on!
Rock on.